Reverend Dyson, you know, when God sets out a plan, ain't nothing you can do about it. And he often plans when you don't know it's being planned. So when the mayor had his experience with the bust about Brother King, and he said, no, we're going to do that in Detroit. And he talked to Stan, the man. And then Rochelle Riley got involved. And they talked about this statue of Dr. King. No, that needs to be in Detroit. And we were in the throes of planning 4 days of celebrating freedom, the June Jubilee.
Yes, sir.
And Rochelle Riley called me and said, Reverend, we have this statue of Dr. King. And we're going to put it somewhere. Would you like for it to be a part of Freedom Weekend and the celebration of freedom? That is not accidental. That is not accidental. That is intentionality. When you take one step to do good work, God takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He will open up a window and pour more blessings in it than you are able to handle. So Rochelle, thank you. Mayor Duggan, thank you for being accessible and making history and being cooperative and participatory in the history of our city. Thank you, Stan, for what you did. You didn't even know what was going to happen here. I know this stuff is just blowing your mind. All this stuff here in Detroit, this woman up here pouring libations, and you got these drummers over here, and this bishop, and this mayor that went off, and all of that. And we got Mike Dyson in the house, and we got the iconic daughter of one of the icons of the civil rights movement, Dick Gregory, Ayanna Gregory. Stand up, Ayanna. Give her a hand. She's in the house. She did a one-act play yesterday on the history of the civil rights movement, and you should have witnessed it. Entertainer, singer, writer, author. So we're very glad to have her. And then to top all of this out, we have the Secretary of State who's going to make a special announcement about something that we all need to get behind and make sure happens, because they're that close. Just need some little pushing.
Yes, sir.
And so we could not be here today without remembering C.L. Franklin, Reverend Albert Clay, Jimmy Del Rio, George McFall, Benjamin McFall, McFall Funeral Home, Tony Brown, and of course Walter Reuther, president of the UAW, as they formed the Human Rights Commission. They're the ones that were responsible for this march in 1963. Because the NAACP at that time did not support the march. We did not support it. Thought it was different, dangerous. It wasn't what we wanted to. I wasn't that in. Let me make that perfectly clear. I was not that in. But I am here now. And one of the first things that I said in 1993 when I became president, that the first thing we're going to do is have a commemoration of the March Down Whoopers.
That's right.
To regain and to reconnect with Dr. King. And we did. Many of you were there. How many of you were there in 93? How many of you were there in 63? Look at all these 63 people. 63 That's all right. 63.